Alright guys, so in this video we're going to go over a game plan to make $1,000 a month using rank and rent. Alright, so just so you understand, just to make sure you understand, you're going to be learning how to build simple web properties, websites, GMBs that can generate free leads for your clients using the power of organic search. Google, right? Google, Yahoo, Bing, these are the search engines. Really, if you know how to rank in Google, you're ranking in Bing and Yahoo. So Google is the 80-pound gorilla in the room, the big elephant in the room, the big kahuna, whatever you want to call it, right? So you're going to learn how to build websites, web properties, and learn to rank them. You pretty much now have your own digital real estate, right? And then once you rank them, you're going to be able to generate leads and then rent that website to a business owner. Now, the most important thing you need to remember is that the technical work of building a website, okay, whether it's WordPress or Weebly, and we'll be going into these details definitely, but I don't want you guys to spend so much time learning this skill. Of course, if you know it, if you love it, go for it. I'm not saying no. But these skills, this technical work can literally be outsourced for $4 an hour, sometimes $2, $3 an hour, $8 an hour through websites that I'm going to show you, like onlinejobs.ph, Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, freelancer.com websites, right? Most important skill is knowing how to pick a low-hanging fruit, how to pick a niche to be able to generate quick results. And that is what I want you to focus on, right? Learn the skills that's going to pay your bills. Learn the skills that is a higher paying skill, okay? For your value of time, you'd rather learn a skill that's going to pay you $50 an hour and outsource the $4 an hour skills. And in my opinion, my humble but I think accurate opinion, you want to learn a skill of ranking, yes, but learning to finding a low-hanging fruit, okay? Now, there are 3 steps to accomplish this. Number 1, find a service-based business. We'll get into the why, okay? Find a service-based business. Number 2, choose a city where there is enough population to generate steady calls. And the third is just combine 1 and 2. That's it, okay? So when I was in a day job, right? When I was in a day job and I just wanted to make enough money to leave my day job, every single day I would visit 2 websites. One is this website, homeadvisor.com, so I can see all the service-based businesses that are paying for leads. And then I would visit this website, which is basically just a Wikipedia site showing me a list of cities by population in the US. Now, if you live in Australia, if you live in the UK, if you live in India, whichever country you're in, you just find a website that gives you a list of cities by population. And you probably find something similar to Home Advisor, okay? Angie's List, Home Advisor, and things like that, which are bigger websites that already have this business model where businesses pay per lead. So all we are going to do is find businesses that are already paying for leads to these, to Home Advisor, and we're going to reach out to them, okay? The riches are in the niches, all right? So let's jump into it, guys. This is homeadvisor.com. This is the website I'm talking to you about, where pretty much you can shop for services. There's so many businesses out here paying Home Advisor to get leads. If you just click on shop services, you will find a bunch of these businesses, maintaining lawn, fall, spring yard cleanup, blah, blah, blah. All of these different businesses, they are already paying Home Advisor, right? And so if you come over here, you can see a list of, handyman, plumbing, lawn care, electric, all of these, right? And you have dozens, if not hundreds of these service-based industries, if you will, who already know the game of paying per lead, right? So then you can pick one here, and then you go to, just go to Google and search for list of cities by population. I just go to this one, Wikipedia, and then this is cities, city names, and population. And you can now go and rank a website in a big city like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, with millions of population, But we're looking for quick results. We're looking for low-hanging fruit. So you want to go all the way down and find population closer to 100,000, 100,000, 80,000, 110,000, things like that. If you can find a list of cities that is, even less than 100,000 population, maybe 60,000, 70,000, anything above 50,000 population, that'll be best, right? Why are we doing that? Because here is why. Because we want to find a city that's got enough population where there is enough search volume to generate calls once you rank a website. Now, can you rank a website in Chicago with 2 million population? Absolutely. Okay, is there enough calls? Absolutely, you get a ton of calls. But you also want to find a city with enough population where it is not too difficult to rank the website. So if you want to rank a tree service website in Chicago, that's going to be so much more competitive compared to if you want to rank in maybe, I don't know, Hesperia, California, which is 100,000 population. So I have a few examples here. I'm going to go over and explain what I'm looking for, right? So here is a low-hanging fruit, right? Why am I calling this a low-hanging fruit? Let's look into that. Power washing Franklin, Tennessee, right? Number one, I want to see what's the population of Franklin. Okay, let's look at Franklin population. 85,000, perfect. It's not 100,000. It's anywhere from 50 to 60,000 to 100,000. I love this, right? Power washing Franklin, Tennessee. I'm going to look and see over time the ranking factors have changed a bit. These days I look into GMBs, the names over here, and looking for a couple of things. Number one, I want to see if there is anybody here with the name, the exact match name. Power washing Franklin, Tennessee. Nobody over here. That's number one. But more importantly, I'm looking for ones where the reviews are less. In this case, this may not really be a low-hanging fruit. Okay, the reviews are 165. Also, if there's anyone, the GMBs are ranking without websites. Okay, so in the GMB side, I'm looking for a couple of things. How many reviews? The less reviews this competition has, the better for me. And does anybody here have the exact match name? Both power washing, the service name, and Franklin, the location name. Okay, these guys are power washing, but they don't have the city name here. So in that way, they could be kind of a low-hanging fruit, but the reviews are so high. This is not the lowest hanging fruit, right? So let's look for some other examples. Here is an excellent example of a low-hanging niche, right? Car detailing, Fraser, Michigan. The number one guy has 143 reviews, but the other two guys have 1 and 4 reviews. But also look at these guys. None of these guys have a website attached to the GMB. This is an example of a low-hanging fruit. So even though there's one that's got 143 reviews, if you come up and put up a GMB with the name Car Detailing Fraser, Michigan, or Fraser Car Detailing, or some kind of a name here, and you also attach a website to it, that is going to actually get you to the top without too much work. Now, the population of Fraser, Michigan is pretty low, like 20,000 or so. So you may not get a lot of calls, but this is an example of a low-hanging fruit. Let's look at this one, Concrete Contractors Hammond, right? Look at the number of reviews, 6 reviews, 24 reviews, 2 reviews. Do they have an exact match name, like Concrete Contractor Hammond in it? This guy does not have, this guy does not have. This guy does have Concrete Services Hammond. But when you put up a Concrete Contractor Hammond and you put more than 3, 4, 5 reviews and you put a website attached, because look at these guys. The combination is this guy has a keyword but no website. This guy does not have a keyword but has a website. You get that? So when you cross all the T's and dot all the I's, you don't have to do too much to get to the map back here and generate calls. Now, Hammond population, let's look at that, is 76,000 population, which is decent. You will get calls. But this says here Concrete Contractor Hammond, it says 0. Okay, don't totally go by all these tools, because in a population of 76,000 people, there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls a month, a week or so, people looking for concrete services. Maybe it's winter, it could be less, but summer it's more. So just say as an example, right? You want to look into this niche and you put up a website in the GMB for concrete contractors, Hammond, Indiana, right? And let's just say as an example, you only generate, okay, maybe let's just keep it very, very low, 1 call a week, right? You're only able to send 4 calls a month to a concrete company through your website in this city when you put up a rank and rent site. That's 4 calls a month. On average, the concrete job, let's just search for concrete job cost, right? Let's just say 1,000 square feet, I don't know, just take an example, right? Around 3,000, okay, around 3,000, let's just say, right? Now, it could be more, it could be less. Let's just say only 2 out of those 4 calls become customers, and let's just say instead of 3,000, they only paid, it's only a $2,000 job, so you are able to send $4,000 a month of recurring revenue every month to this concrete company. Do you think they will pay you $400 a month? That is how rank and rent works. Okay, now what did you do to generate calls? This is a very, very low hanging fruit. You don't have to worry about backlinks. Put up a GMB, put up a website with a few pages, make sure you have the keyword in the GMB name and the website name, right? So you put a website that says www.concretecontractorshammondindiana.com. You put a GMB that says Concrete Contractor Indiana. You're going to be screaming to the top here, and you're going to be starting to getting calls, and so obviously make money. So in the map listings, the way you want to look at is number of reviews, is the keyword there in the GMB name, and then also if the website is attached. This is a perfect example. In the organic section, if you see directory listings, ng.com, BBB, Yelp.com, these are all inner pages ranking. You see that? They have a DA of 77, DA of 91, like domain authority is big. But when I see these, I'm excited, I'm happy. You know why? Because there is nobody over here who is a real company who is ranking over here. The top 10 guys are all like directory listings. Okay. Now let me open this. This website, this web page rather, ng.com/company list/blah blah blah, is ranking number 1 organic. You know, most people say, oh my god, the Moz domain authority of 77, that is huge. But the reason it is ranking number 1, if you take this and I put it in Ahrefs, it's only got 1 backlink. You see that? This page has only got 1 backlink. The reason it is ranking is because ng.com, the company, they have a big domain rating or domain authority in the 90s, but that page itself has only 1 backlink. So that page is ranking because the competition for concrete contractor is so low. There is no website optimized for concrete contractor in Hammond, that this page is ranking because of the domain authority of ng.com, the root domain. The root domain here, the root domain here is, okay, it has 86,000 domains, 6 million backlinks. You put any page, any new page, it's going to rank on page 1 or page 2 depending on the competition. So this reason these guys are ranking is because there is nobody optimized, there's no website optimized for concrete contractor niche in this city. So when you come and you put up a concrete contractor website and you rank it for, optimize it just for concrete contractor and just for Hammond, it's going to scream to the top over here, and you put a GMB, it's going to go there, right? Let's take another example. Drywall repair Vacaville. Look at that. First thing, number of reviews. Okay, 14, 25, 50. This may be a little bit big, 50, but hey, I can outrank these 2 guys. Okay, this guy doesn't even have a website. None of these guys, well, there's one guy that's got Vacaville in the name, but he does not have drywall in the name. These guys have drywall in the name. This guy does not have it. So when you put up what's the population? 100,000 population. You will get quite a few calls If all you do is you put a GMB that says drywall repair Vacaville, or if you do not want to put that exact match GMB because that looks like spammy or rank and rent, you can just say Vacaville Drywall Company. So you have Vacaville and drywall in the GMB name. So you put a GMB, you put a website, you optimize it, you're going to be coming over here. You don't even need backlinks, right? Look at the top guys, okay? In a page, in a page, in a page, in a page, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, my goodness, right? This is the first guy who is ranking, who is a company, okay? If I go over here, let me take a look at him. What kind of a company is he? Okay? So looks like a real company. All that, you just have to reverse engineer him and be able to outrank him. You don't even have to do too many things, because let's see how many pages he's got. He's got 9 pages, guys. So you put up a website that's got more than 9 pages. You put a GMB that's got the keyword in the name. You put some reviews, and voila. Literally, to put a website, $12 to buy a domain. Let's do the math, right? Okay, domain, $12. Let's say hosting, let's say, $20 for the year, right? Content, you can write it yourself, okay? You just need 20 pages of content, because this guy's got 9 pages, the number one guy. You want to put more than 9 pages. You can put 10, let's just say 20 pages. You can write the content yourself, but let's just say you pay $100 to write 20 pages, okay? Let's say you're so good, you're so generous, you pay $200, big deal. You need to get a GMB, you need to get an address. Let's say you spend another, let's just say $200. You can easily do $100, but literally less than $500 of one-time investment, okay? You need a phone number to, you get it for $3 a month, okay? So let's say $36. Literally, you will be spending one time $500, not even that, but you can easily rent this for $500 a month. Even if you only rent it for $200 a month, $300 a month, you will break even in the 3rd month, and then it's all pure profit. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's take another one. Okay. Power washing Ann Arbor. Again, this is not the lowest hanging fruit, but all you need to do is look at the number of keywords. Is the keyword there? And then look at, down and all that. So all you have to do is go through this list of services, go through list of cities, and then just do permutation combination. Okay, that's all I was doing for months as I was ranking and renting and figuring how I can get out of my job. So let's take an example, right? Let's just say Tuscaloosa, Alabama. All right, I've never been there. I would come here and I would just pick a, let's just pick a city here. Okay, let's just do drywall repair, and Tuscaloosa, 10 searches a month. Is this a low-hanging fruit? It is. Few reviews. Nobody has the name Tuscaloosa in that. You see that? Angie's List, 1 guy on the top. Home Advisor in a page, 2 guys on the top. Okay. Everything else is Home Advisor. Do you see that? Then once I have a city, I would just go look into a different and, different service, and I would search for that. Furniture repair. I wonder how that is, right? And then I would put so Google is giving me ideas. Furniture stores, furniture apartment, furniture repair. All right, let's check that out. My goodness, look at that. Right here live, I just found something. No website, no reviews, no nothing. This guy's got no website. This guy's got the keyword, but this is probably the only guy, 1 review. Okay. In a page, my goodness, right? That's all I would be doing, okay? Then I would go and look into something else, okay? Fence repair, okay? Wood fence repair, I want to check that, okay? Siding, maybe I'll check that. Maid service, maybe I'll check that. And just to keep searching, a lot of your time would go in finding the right niche, the low-hanging niche, because that's the 50% of the job. Once you find that, you don't even need to learn linking and on page and off page and all the technical stuff that's covered. You don't need all that, okay? You can pretty much come here and do, what was that, siding company? Okay, Google gives me siding repair, vinyl siding. Let's check at that. Look at that, vinyl siding, Tuscaloosa, whatever that city is. No website, no reviews, 2 guys over here. So you just put 1, you can come over here, kick this guy out and start getting calls. Again, 1 guy maybe, two guys. Okay, so this guy's got a couple of, but these are all inner pages again, right? No one's got a home page. Okay, we'll cover this more in on-page optimization, but you get the idea. So that's all you keep doing. Okay, so then I would go, okay, let me see Quincy, Massachusetts. All right, let's check that out. And so now after looking at different niches in Tuscaloosa, I would say with one niche that I find, I would look at this vinyl siding Quincy. Okay, again, I'm just doing this off the cuff, guys. I haven't planned this, nothing. I'm just going, you know, in the flow, and I'm finding low-hanging fruits. And this is how, once you know how to find low-hanging fruits, then you can put up a GMB and a website. You can spend a couple of $100 and you can start ranking and ranking. You don't even have to do much to rank. You can just start ranking. So this is how you actually start making rank and rent income, guys.